Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over the potential next new community day, which is not so much of a mystery, but we're just going to talk about it anyways. It's going to be Fuecoco into Skeledirge. Okay, so we've had this conversation for a while now. We've discussed how much Blast Burn is actually going to help it because it's already just doing amazing things. And I mean, the thing really doesn't need to be upgraded, but it's going to inevitably. So in March, we will probably be seeing Fuecoco Community Day and receiving Blast Burn, as well as another new move like we've seen with Meowscarade and the whole other move that it had, raising its attack. And this time we have Torch Song, which is going to be raising its attack by one stage, just like the other one. So that definitely could be something interesting to run. Currently, what you're most of the time going to be wanting to run on Skeledirge is going to be Incinerate and then Shadow Ball, as well as Disarming Voice. The coverage is absolutely phenomenal, and I feel like it's pretty much perfect as it is. I do have this 100, all right? This is my setup here, okay? I did evolve it because I don't know what the hell I was thinking, being a little impatient, maybe tried to use it in Master League. But when it does come to the Torch Song move, that is not going to be a move that you're going to have to use an elite charge TM to get, right? It is just going to be something that you can use using a regular TM, and simple as that. So with that said, let's go ahead and talk about this here while we do take a look at some gameplay of me using Skeledirge. And I personally do believe its best league, which is going to be the Ultra League. This Pokemon is, I'm gonna have to say, one of the best PvP Pokemon out here. Simple. I mean, the typing is great. Not only that, its stats are super great, and I just love using it. It never really lets me down, ever. As long as you do kind of pair it up against, or at least pair it with other Pokemon that are going to be complementing it. In this case, we do have Corviknight and Snorlax. Right. So we're just having a little fun here, right? Corviknight does complement it, sort of, I guess. Snorlax is just kind of a Swiss Army knife of sorts, and can, throw a wrench into your opponent's team for sure, especially because of the superpower, right? But with that said, let's go ahead and talk about this here. Corviknight and Snorlax are both going to be putting in the work, and as they should. Corviknight, what an amazing Pokemon. My goodness. So Iron Head is going to be Legacy if you're not familiar, or kind of just jumping back into Pokemon Go. You left for a while. There was an event where we were able to evolve our Rookies all the way up to Corviknight to receive Iron Head. And right out the gate, they made it a Legacy move. And I'm not going to have to say anything negative about that. I kind of like that to some degree, how they, give you an opportunity to get it. And if you're in while it did happen, you are going to be one of the, I wouldn't say few people, but one of the people who did participate, and you were able to gain this Legacy move right out the gate here. Now, you can use an Elite Charge TM to get this, and I do recommend it personally because you're going to be getting Stab, and Iron Head is a pretty decent move. But nonetheless, the video is going to be focused on Skeledirge here. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so I have my 100. Personally, I think Blast Burn is going to be the move to go for when it comes to if you're going to use it in Master League, right? Check this out, though. Oh my gosh, look at this Kyogre. We're screwed, right? Nah, we save that energy, gonna get that shield, and then come back in here and take them out. But when it comes down to Master League, probably want Blast Burn. And when it comes down to the Ultra League, you're probably going to want to go with the current moveset. Now, Incinerate, as it is doing a ton of damage already. And then you're going to be rocking Shadow Ball, which is an amazing move itself too, right? So what are we supposed to do here? All right. What moves do we actually want at this point? Do we want to rock Shadow Ball and Disarming Voice with Incinerate still, or do we want to switch it up to the new move that is going to be raising its attack every single time? And it's also going to be Fire, right? So keep that in mind. Do you even need Blast Burn? Now, I'm personally going to make several different variants of this because Skeledirge is just top tier as it is, and I want multiple different ones so I can have them to test it out, just like I do with most of the other Pokemon, and it works out quite nicely here. But when it comes to Skeledirge, the moves that I personally want to run, even though we do not have the numbers for its new move that's going to be raising your attack, Torch Song, right? Is that what it's called? Let's see here. Man, Disarming Voice just gives you so much nice coverage. Say you go up against a dragon, right? Your Fire Quick move, it's not doing too much damage. And then you do have your Shadow Ball, which, you know, could be doing a decent amount. And for the most part, the dragons, or at least I should say, or the ghost types you're going to be encountering are going to be obviously weak to ghosts. So you have Shadow Ball ready to go. And with Incinerate, it does farm up at a pretty decent rate. And then you do have Disarming Voice, which is going to be giving you coverage up against those fighters, which don't really need it too much, but more so against those dragons. That's the nuisance there. And particularly Giratina, right? And it gives you a definite edge going up against them. I'm just going to have to run them all and see what's going on here. I'm going to have to say the numbers for the Torch Song, or whatever it's called. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong right now, but the new move that it's going to get, that is going to raise its attack, I feel like it's going to pretty much the same as Meowscarade's secondary move that it did receive for Community Day. That is not actually going to be a legacy move, but you can actually just get it at any time. I think it's going to be on par with that, and if it is, that's going to be absolutely amazing. In which case, do I want to Incinerate as well as that new fire move? And what do I replace? Do I take off Shadow Ball, or do I take off Disarming Voice? Let's see here. I'll probably have to say Shadow Ball. Okay. There's many different ways you can flip this here, folks. Okay. And to be honest with you, 100%, I can run through all the sims, which we will do at a later time. But for now, I'm going to have to say its current moveset is just absolutely phenomenal. Blast Burn is going to be doing a ton of damage, but do you really need that? Do you really want it? Do you really? Definitely you do for some situations, but for the most part, it's already a perfect Pokemon, I personally believe. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm going to have to run different variants to actually confirm 100% which one I personally do like. But Skeledirge coming this March, which is pretty funny because that's my birthday month, and it's going to be pretty awesome to have it during that time as well. So definitely going to be going hard on that. Fuecoco, the starter itself, the design that it does have is probably, I've said it before, one of my favorite looking starter Pokemon out of all of them. I have a little bit of love for, a lot of them, but when it comes to Fuecoco, I just love the design. It's just a really good one, personally, to me. So, yeah, Skeledirge, absolutely a beast. If you've never used it before, I'd urge you to actually give it a shot and see what you can do with it, seeing that we are here in the Ultra League. It's not going to cost you too much, and the thing actually puts in so much work. All right, so let's go ahead and just get into the commentary now. All right, so we're up against a Registeel. We're going to go ahead and do that superpower. Getting to the next one, I'm going to go ahead and throw that immediately while looking at that switch clock, and we're going to go ahead and swap. I'm pretty sure I could have stayed there and done what I needed to do, but we're going to go ahead and just swap, taking me out, knowing that we're going to be able to survive a Blast Burn and or a Solar Beam, and we take the win with one lick. My only fear is that we've been able to get in 2 of those Blast Burns back to back. Next game, we're going to be met with an Alolan Muck, which does have Poison Jab, hitting me with an Acid Spray, lowering my defense. This is phenomenal. Corviknight, obviously, it's number 1. It's number 1 for Ultra League, right? Absolutely a beast. What a great Pokemon. My goodness. All right, so we do have an Obstagoon. This could lead to a little bit of trouble. They're going to be farming me down, gaining a ton of energy. But the thing about Obstagoon with counter is you don't have to worry about that quick move too much, right? So we're going to go ahead and let that first one go. They did get a boost, as a matter of fact. I think it was the second or first. I don't know which one it was, but they got the boost. Nonetheless, we're going to be double shielding here, taking them down. No more shields on either end, and they do have a Primarina with Charm. Now I see why they wanted to hold the line there. Going for another Shadow Ball, and the Skeledirge, star of the show, is going to be able to take the win. This is amazing here, folks. So if you're wondering, oh, the battle videos seem a little fast. I'm upping the speed today so we can just, get through it, right? I didn't want to make this completely battle video, or well, pretty much it is, but didn't want to spend too much time. Anyways, if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Expect Fuecoco for March Community Day. Thank you for watching and take care.